Early on in my career, I had the opportunity to get involved with some of the early studies with immunotherapy, particularly interleukin-2, the first of the immunotherapies to show clinical activity in patients with metastatic disease, metastatic melanoma, or kidney cancer. And so I saw the potential of immune therapy to have an activity that was different from chemotherapy or different than anti-angiogenic therapy, produce durable responses, albeit in a minority of patients. We knew that there was something going on within the tumor microenvironment that was preventing the immune cells from being fully activated, because if we did studies where we took the immune cells out of the tumor and cultured them outside, they could acquire the activity to recognize the tumor. And then the big breakthrough came in the early 2000s with the identification of immune checkpoints. The biggest of those being, or most important of those, was something called programmed death ligand, or PD-L1, which appeared to be expressed on a lot of tumors, and when it bound to immune cells that expressed PD-1, caused the immune system to be shut off. Very early on in the trials with the anti-PD-1s, and nivolumab is an example of an anti-PD-1, we saw responses in about 30% of patients who had had these prior VEGF-targeted therapies, and those responses seemed to result in durable cancer-free survival for somewhere around 20% of the patients with kidney cancer, maybe slightly more than what we saw with high-dose IL-2, but with a lot less toxicity. And that led to the approval of nivolumab for the treatment of previously treated kidney cancer patients in 2015. But we wondered, how do we do better than this? So one way to do better than this was to bring the drug up front. And surprisingly, because this agent has been used to treat a lot of different cancers, approved in melanoma, approved in non-small cell lung cancer, approved in kidney cancer, and active in 17 other cancers, it had never been fully studied in treatment-naive patients in kidney cancer. Because of the properties that it had of producing durable benefit in a subset of patients and a lot less toxicity, we thought patients might prefer to have this as their initial treatment because it might mean they didn't need other treatments. We could see how active it was and also potentially identify factors that would determine who are the people most likely to benefit from this treatment as a first-line treatment. We wanted to also see if we could identify in the patients where the treatment didn't work or where it worked and then stopped working, what were some of those mechanisms of resistance? And could we overcome that mechanism of resistance by adding another agent? And the agent we chose to add is a drug called ipilimumab, which blocks CTLA-4, which is another checkpoint. So what we proposed to do was, at the time of resistance in the patients who developed progressive disease or prolonged stable disease without a response, to add in ipilimumab to the treatment and see if we could induce responses that didn't happen with just the single agent. And then we wanted to add another point, or another part to the trial, which was, instead of just studying clear cell cancer patients, which represent about 75% of patients with metastatic kidney cancer, to also have a component of patients with non-clear cell kidney cancer for which we have no data on how well immune therapy works.
This study is a phase 2 clinical trial that will investigate both the activity of nivolumab as initial treatment for patients with advanced renal cell cancer and whether the addition of ipilimumab to nivolumab will produce benefit in those patients whose tumors have not responded or have become resistant to treatment with nivolumab alone. Both nivolumab and ipilimumab are monoclonal antibodies that may reactivate your body's immune system to fight your tumor cells. Both study drugs will be administered as an intravenous infusion. All participants will start by being treated with nivolumab alone. If your cancer responds to this treatment, you will continue to receive nivolumab alone for up to 2 years. If your cancer stops responding to nivolumab alone, ipilimumab will be added to nivolumab to see how your tumor responds to the combination's effect on your immune system. Nivolumab, also known as Opdivo, is approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to treat patients with advanced renal cell carcinoma. Ipilimumab, also known as Yervoy, is approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for treatment of patients with melanoma. The combination of nivolumab and ipilimumab is approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for the treatment of patients with advanced melanoma. The combination of nivolumab with ipilimumab is investigational in patients with advanced renal cell carcinoma. You may be eligible to participate in this study if you have advanced renal cell carcinoma. There are other criteria that must be met to be eligible for this study. Talk to your doctor to learn more. A full description of this clinical trial is also available at www.clinicaltrials.gov.